morning, everyone. Happy Monday. My name is Katie, and I am a fourth year first grade teacher, and welcome to another Week in My Life vlog. Y'all, it is cold this morning in Florida. I woke up to a crisp 37 degrees outside, and so the heater is pumping in my classroom today, and also it's right after daylight saving time, so how about this sunshine coming through my window, and it's only 7:28. So I was very confused driving to work this morning because it was super duper sunny, and I was like, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm running late. I still haven't quite adjusted to the time change yet. Obviously, we've only had one day, so how much adjusting can you really do in one day anyways? But I woke up at like 3 a.m. this morning, then I woke up at 5, and I couldn't go back to sleep because I'm really bad about going back to sleep after I wake up. So it was kind of like a long start to my morning, just laying in bed trying to go back to sleep and thinking about school. So my brain was already turning about the week, and it was like hopeless. So here we are, 7:30, and we're ready to get the day rolling. I've already set up Chromebooks in my classroom, started to power on all my boards and my Christmas lights and all of those things because I just have a couple of other tasks that I need to get done before this Monday. As usual, on Mondays, I came in with a load of things, so let me show you the new goodies for my classroom that I brought in this morning. First, this weekend we went to Dollar Tree. The first thing I got were these fun lanyards? The first thing I got was this fun sparkly garland. This one is for Christmas time because they already have their Christmas stuff out. It's only $1 for the garland, and my kids think it's like the best kind of decoration ever. I currently have a Halloween pumpkin one up in the front of my room and in the back. We're just gonna rock with that one through Thanksgiving because I got the pumpkin one, so it would just kind of be like fall and Halloween. So I went ahead and picked up a Christmas one. And while I was at it, I got this sparkly one that kind of will go into January for New Year's. So these are just $1 a piece at the Dollar Tree, and I do save them. So the ones that I got last year, I already have Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's, and I have Easter. I have Easter too. So I just kind of cram them into an empty book bin and save them. So when the new season comes, I can just pull it out and slap it up on the board. And it's so easy, but the kids love it. The next thing in my Dollar Tree bag is a fun scented marker to grade with. I had a kind of like a cooperating teacher when I was in high school, and I would go help in her classroom, and this was years ago, and she loved to grade with these scented markers. So anytime I'm at the Dollar Tree and I see one, I just kind of randomly pick it up because it just makes me smile to grade with a big, fat, smelly marker. So here's my new grading tool for the week. Then the last thing I got at the Dollar Tree were these cookie sheet pans. I had a lovely viewer or follower on Instagram, I'm not sure, gift me something from my Amazon wish list. It says, I hope these magnetic letters make spelling work more fun. Keep up the great teaching, a former teacher from Texas. So if these are from you, thank you so much. I'm so excited. I got like a huge set of magnetic letters, which is awesome. I'm not gonna open this because I already took most of them out, and I placed them on the cookie sheets that I got from the Dollar Tree. So I just kind of wrote with a Sharpie where the letter needs to go so the students can put it back easily, and I'm so excited to use these in my small groups this week because we're working on magic E at the end of the words and long vowel sounds, so this will just be a super fun way to spell the words. We do a lot of writing on whiteboards, but they'll love that we're just kind of mixing it up and spelling it with the foam letters instead. So in that kit, there's a lot of uppercase letters that are left still, but for lowercase, I had enough to do 3 different trays. So I have 3 trays ready to go. So some of my students might be sharing and working together to spell, but that's okay. Collaboration is great. And that was with doubling some of the letters. Like all of the vowels are doubled. H is doubled, S, R, and T, and L are doubled. So just kind of some of the common letters that you'll need more than once to spell a word. So I'm really excited for these. This might be the highlight of my small group this week. Okay, so what I need to do to get started is put all of these things away, and then I also need to swap out the things that are on my small group cart back here because I still have all of our long A stuff from last week, and I forgot to switch it to be what I need to teach small groups this week. I didn't vlog last week though, so I will show you real quickly some of the things that I did use during my small group instruction just to give you an idea of kind of what I do at my small group table. Since this was the first time we were introducing long vowels, I had a little picture sort, and I shared this on my Instagram, which I'll kind of put a picture of it right here, all finished, but I just had like the long and the short, and then I had pictures that had long and short vowels, and we worked together to listen to the sounds and sort them because it's super important that they can hear the vowel sound before we start to spell it. I want them to be able to distinguish between the sounds. Then we did a lot of writing on whiteboards and practicing with the magic E and marking it. I know this is kind of coming off because it's been on there for a week, but I show them how the E makes the A say its name. We put the name marker on there. This thing is so gross. Okay, anyways, and we practice that a couple times on the whiteboard. This might be like at the end of my first day, like at the end of Monday, and then we start with this on Tuesday. After we do a little phonemic awareness, we would start with this on Tuesday. And then by about Tuesday or Wednesday, they're ready to practice them on their own. So I have this awesome roll and read sheet. They love rolling the dice and reading the words and then coloring in the box. So that makes it super engaging. We practice with a lot of long sounds. And then on the back, there are sentences. So this helps me differentiate. So for some of my lower groups, we might have stuck with the word side for a while and done a lot more together before I released them to do it on their own. And then like with some of my higher groups, we would use this side as like our warm up, and then we'd turn it around and we'd work on some sentences with those long A words in them. Then by the end of the week, we're ready for a story. So this was exciting because it was a 2-paragraph story. So I really hyped it up for them and told them, this is 2 paragraphs. This is crazy. It's kind of like almost a 2nd grade story. And they were so proud of themselves for reading 2 paragraphs. But it's just got the A and the magic E all over. I let them go find all of the words that have long A and underline them. And then we practice reading them together with these. Witches' fingers. They love using these to point and follow along in the story. And it makes reading them a little bit more engaging and fun. So obviously all of that was long A, and we're switching to long I this week. So I'm gonna go look at my files and see what kind of things I had to teach long I in the small group and get all of those swapped out. So I've got quite the task to do before the day starts. So I will pick you guys up later and update you on how our day is going. All right, we made it to the end of Monday. We just stayed after for our data meeting that we have every Monday till about 4:15. I redid some name tags before that data meeting started, and I went ahead and cut my math journal problems for the morning. So I've already done all that, so I'm just about ready to go. I did have a crazy story this afternoon, though. I forgot that I had afternoon duty this week. For some reason, I had it in my brain that I had afternoon duty next week. So I walked down there and I was like, why isn't anybody from first grade going to afternoon duty? And I walked down and I started looking at the people who were out there. I was like, these are the people who are out here when I do duty. I must have duty this week. So I had to run back and check my calendar. I was wrong. Grabbed my safety vest and ran back out there. I was probably like 2 minutes late, which is a bummer because that does put car rider line behind, but I quickly fixed the problem, so that's good. Before I leave this afternoon, I do want to show you one of the centers that we added today because my students were so excited. So we were needing to mix up our writing center. We're working on our CVCE words, and so what I did was a variation of the ghost writing activity, and since Halloween is over, we just kept it pumpkin writing because it's still fall. So I printed out papers with empty pumpkins. They draw a CVC word like the word same. They write it with a white crayon, color over it with the orange marker, and the word disappears. And when I showed it to them on the board this morning, it was like magic. They were so excited to go to the Pumpkin Writing Center. So that was our writing center this week. I usually change my centers out every week, but I think I'm going to leave this one out for 2 weeks because we only have 2 weeks left until Thanksgiving break anyways. And why change the center when we're doing CVCE words again next week? And they really love it. So then they get a chance to go more than once instead of just like 10 minutes once a week, and then they never do it again. So I'm going to keep it up for 2 weeks, which is good. A little less prep. I went ahead and copied it a bunch of times. So yeah, that's exciting. Okay, I am going to go home because we have Bible study tonight, and then I'll be back in the morning. Good morning. Today is Tuesday. It is another chilly morning in Florida, so I had to bring my puffy vest with me because I have morning duty this morning, and it's like 41 degrees right now, and then by the afternoon it's going to be 70. So like this turtleneck will be way too warm in the afternoon, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Last night was such a wonderful Monday evening. I really enjoyed not thinking about school at all. I picked up some Dr. Peppers for me and David, and I took them home, and we ate chili, and we played board games at the table and went to Bible study, and it was just wonderful. I went to bed thinking like, wow, really just grateful for everything that I have and feeling very well rested. So I'm ready to get going on this Tuesday morning. I have two things that I want to get done before I have morning duty time. That's why I'm here early. Plus, I discovered yesterday that I have afternoon duty this week, so I know I won't have much time after school to get these things together, and I want to send this one home today. I got this idea from Instagram, and I will link a similar product in the description below from Teachers Pay Teachers, but we're going to make a class turkey. So I wrote a sweet little letter to my students and their families, and I'm going to make like a brown turkey out of butcher paper and put it on our door, and then I'm going to send home a feather with every student, and they will get to decorate it however they would like and send it in by next Monday, so they have just like a little under a week to decorate this feather and send it in, and then I'm going to attach it to our classroom turkey. I think it'll be a really cute way to do a little class community thing, and we don't have school on Veterans Day this week, so it might be something fun that the kids and their parents can do on Thursday, on that day when we don't have school. I also wanted to show you what I'm doing for math journals for some of my students. I know I've showed in a previous vlog that I differentiate my math journals in the morning by printing different problems on different paper for students. So most of my kiddos do a word problem that has our target phonics skill in it and is working on adding or subtracting, but I have a couple who are still working on number recognition, writing their numbers, and counting, so I've had them doing a number handwriting page, and we are now graduating to a new one. So I went on to Teachers Pay Teachers and found anything I could find on counting numbers up to 5, and I printed out a bunch of freebies that I found. So now they will be counting the objects and then circling the number that matches the object that they count. I print these on little half sheets, and then those students just know that the big paper that's on the table is there for them, and they take the big paper and glue it into their journal instead of doing the little word problem. So this is just one example, and I have a bunch more over there, so that should last me, I'm hoping like 2 weeks of math journals, and then I'll kind of evaluate and see, are we ready to go to numbers to 10, or do I need to print some more numbers to 5 for them to work on? That's all I got for y'all this morning. It is going to be a good day. I have already decided. I wore some of my favorite earrings to make sure it was a good day today, and these are from Walmart. I got them this summer. They were only $5, so hello, those are so cute. I'm going to get all of my applications pulled up on the smartboard, cut these turkey feathers and attach them to the paper for parents, and put those in mailboxes, and then we'll be ready to start our Tuesday. All right, here's our final product turkey. I'm gonna go take it down to the copy room to be laminated and put it in there because I want to hang him on our door, like our entrance, so the students can see it every time they come in and out of the classroom, but I'm not sure how it'll hold up. I don't know if that's a great place to put their feathers or not either, so I'm gonna keep thinking on it, but I do want this to be laminated. If you cannot tell by my red face, I just got back from car duty, and it is now 70 degrees outside. It was 39 this morning, 70 degrees. This turtleneck was lovely for car duty, but it went pretty smoothly. It took a while, but we're back. I have to leave like right at contract hours today, and so I have like 5 minutes, and then I've got to go home. So I don't have time to grade papers or do anything that I was hoping I would have time for. So I'm just gonna come in the morning like I did this morning and knock some stuff out and get it done then. So I'm gonna pack up my things and leave. I feel like I literally have so much stuff today leaving. I've got like keys, lunchbox, vest, backpack, all the things. It is super early Wednesday morning. I came early because, as you saw yesterday, I left in a hurry and did not grade any papers. And I really wanted to take one of their seat work papers from yesterday for a grade and put it in the grade book. So I came early so I could just get that squared away and get some things done, because tomorrow we do not have school. So when I leave today, I want to be completely ready for Friday and start doing some things so on Friday I can leave right at 3:30 again. So I'm always trying to get ahead. It was nice to get home early last night, but it was a bummer because my favorite competitor on Dancing with the Stars went home, and it was like kind of a bumpy Tuesday anyways, and then he went home on Dancing with the Stars, and I was like, oh, and I almost cried, literally almost cried. I was cheering for Jimmy Allen, who's a country singer, and I thought he did a wonderful job. It wasn't his best night dancing last night, and so I think just the scores weren't there for him, but I voted for him every week, and I think he was amazing still, and now I'm just so bummed because he didn't make it to the semifinals, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get started grading these papers, and then I'm probably going to go down to the copy room and pick up some things that I put in last week and start getting some things prepped for Friday and next week. Okay, here is my turkey dilemma. I'm very glad it's laminated so I can hang it. I just can't decide where I want to put it. And I'm gonna try to decide by the end of the day so I can go ahead and put the body up as a reminder for the students to do their feathers. Let me show you what I'm thinking. This is the option that I'd like the most, right here on our door so students can see it like constantly throughout the day. But our door leads to the outside. And it just gets so windy and it gets rainy, and I'm afraid that with their beautiful feathers on it, every time we open the door, something's gonna fall off. So my other option is to take down the creepy carrots, which I'll have to do in the next couple weeks anyways, and to put the turkey body here. But then I wonder, am I gonna have enough room to do feathers around it because the cabinets crease? And I don't get into these cabinets super often, but I don't wanna mess up a feather because I have to open up a cabinet and get in and get a book. But that's my other option. So I'm going to ponder that for like another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to buck up and make a decision and hang the turkey. Don't mind me, I'm just sitting here eating white cheddar Cheez-Its, and I just came back from afternoon duty. But seriously, I'm so starving and I don't know why. These are the bomb, so if you haven't tried white cheddar Cheez-Its, you should go get them. My list is slim, thank goodness. I have tests I need to grade at home, so I'll be doing that tonight. Some of the things I got finished at the end of the day while my students were doing computer lab, like I started taking down some of my math games because we're switching from addition into subtraction next week, so I can put away some of my addition games. So I started doing that. I stapled all of their math tests that we're taking on Friday, and I did my 3 staples on the side. I've shared that in a previous vlog, but if you teach primary grades, if you staple your tests like a book, it saves a lot of headache when you're going through and reading the questions for your students. So I did that. I need to go down to the copy room because I should have a big, thick stack of copies down there for like not next week, but the next, and then our homework for next week that I want to go ahead and staple so I don't have to do that on Friday, yada yada. So a lot to do. I'm going to finish eating these Cheez-Its and just kind of take a minute to breathe because car duty always stresses me out. And then I will get started on all of those things. So if you've watched my classroom setup videos or my classroom must-have videos, you've definitely seen these scrapbook cases before. Right now they are labeled by unit from my old math curriculum. So unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have others down here. And I haven't really, it took me a minute to figure out how I was gonna use them this year. What I have right now are the workbook pages torn out and sorted by page, and they're already stapled in packets in here for my students to use, so I didn't have to give them a big old math workbook. They just have like their packet for the unit. And then what I've been doing is filling in the games and things in as I go. So now like my unit 1 box has all of my adding games that I use for chapter 1 and chapter 3. So I'm just kind of organizing it as I go and as I make materials for this new curriculum. Okay, got everything from the copy room, stapled homework, put things away, switched the math games, even had time to film a reel, so there we go. Actually, I don't know if I'd say I had time for it, I just stayed a little later to film a reel because that's kind of fun. And now it's time to head home. Best news is no school tomorrow because it's Veterans Day, so I'm really excited for that. I think I have a PTO meeting that I have to join tonight. I'm like one of the school reps for PTO. But I haven't gotten any information about like the Zoom link or anything like that. So I just texted a team teacher and asked about that. So we'll see if I get the information, I will join into that. And I got tests to grade at home. But yeah, that's it. We survived this Wednesday. It was so mediocre, you know. I mean, it wasn't anything special and it wasn't great, but here we are, we made it, and I get tomorrow off. Good morning. It is Friday. I had a wonderful and restful day off yesterday, as you saw. It was great to just refresh, recharge, get brunch with friends, prep things at home, watch TV, and just literally chill. That's about all I did all day. But now for some reason this morning, my anxiety is at like an all-time high. I could not sleep last night. Woke up at 5, woke up at 5:15, 5:30. My alarm was set for 6. I just could not. I tossed and turned. I don't know, and I just feel like so nervous and anxious, and I don't know why, because it's just one day of school and it's a Friday, so it should be pretty low key, but for some reason I'm just like a ball of jitters and nerves. I have morning duty today, so I came super duper early, first off because I couldn't sleep, and second off because I needed to get some things put away that I had prepped, and I need to sit down and make my Friday to-do list. I think that will make me feel a lot better and a lot less anxious because I just need to write down everything that I need to do. I'm also trying to bounce out of here like as close to 3:30 as I possibly can, even though I have afternoon duty, so that's going to be kind of rough, and I want to have everything prepped for next Monday, so maybe that's what's making me so nervous, because I want to leave like right at contract hours, and I know I'm not ready to do that yet, and I have a lot of things to do to get there, so maybe like making my checklist for the day will help. But I did decide to put on one of my favorite teacher tees that my sister got me just to kind of hype myself up for the day. It's my alphabet tee, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, get it? So it's a little wrinkly, but it's cool. So I did that to kind of give myself a Friday boost. And now I'm going to just continue getting things ready around my room and start by making that to-do list. So hopefully it'll bring my stress down. Two wins from planning today. First one, I remembered to take my paper down to the copy room, which if you've been following my vlogs, you know that that's been a struggle for me. So I was very excited that I remembered my paper. I took down copies to make paper bag books that are like books that show what we're thankful for. Here's what that looks like on my Instagram from last year. I will link the link for that product below so you can get it if you'd like to do it with your class next week, the week before Thanksgiving. They were super fun, super low prep. I just print out all of the little pieces of the turkey in black and white, and I let the students color it with their crayons, so I don't even have to print it on colored paper. So I put all of that in to be copied, and then I also put in our elf diary journals that we're going to keep in December, so I'm like really trying to get ahead so I don't have to think about anything over Thanksgiving. But then win number 2, there were donuts, and I went up to the office and I was like, girl, you don't need a donut, don't eat a donut. Then I went down to the copy room, and then there was another box of donuts that a parent brought in today, and I was like, should I look in the box? I looked in the box, y'all, a blueberry cake donut, my favorite kind of Krispy Kreme donut. So I now have dessert for lunch, and I'm going to cover it with a paper towel so my students do not see, and place it right over here on my desk to enjoy later. So I just thought I'd share those planning time wins. Finished car duty, and the best news is I don't have to do that again until like the second week of December. So I'm off the hook for car duty. We'll still have morning duty, but I won't have to do afternoon for a while. Hallelujah. Today was, the morning was great. The afternoon was like, I think they did well on their math tests, which is good. I've got those to grade this weekend. And then we just did a directed drawing of a turkey from Art Hub for kids, and that was really fun. I had never done a directed drawing with this class before, so it was very interesting. And I think it's just a common theme for first graders to always want to like hold up their picture after every single step. Like, look, I did it! And I'm like, yay, you did it, put it down. We still have a long way to go. And I only had one student cry. Usually I have a lot more than one cry the first time we do a directed drawing. And then I ended up giving her mine anyway so she could color it in at the end because she was very discouraged by her picture. But all of the sweet friends were like, it's okay, you did a great job. We're just doing our best and doing art. And I was like, oh, that was sweet that they encouraged them. We are so close to earning our reward in our button jar with Pete the Cat. We're one button away, and we couldn't do it today. We were too loud packing up. We were loud when we came in from recess. There was just too much going on. There weren't enough good things, if that makes sense. We did get some oh yeah points, but the oh oops were definitely more than our oh yeahs. So we still haven't earned that last button, and y'all, we've been trying for it like all week. All we need is a compliment to earn a bonus button, or we need to have our oh yeahs beat our oh oops points, and we just haven't made it yet. So hopefully we will get that next week because I would love to give them their surprise before Thanksgiving break. I have run around the room like a madwoman because it is exactly 3:30 and I am ready to go. So I'm about to grab my things, head out. I'm going to go ahead and close the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you're not already, subscribe to see more teaching vlogs and teaching content coming up. I will see you guys in the next one.